Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for mid-June 2023. We're just going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to see what is going on for you. You have this change card and this wisdom card. So, I do feel, I feel like that is literal. I feel like it is saying that there is literally some sort of change in your knowledge, like the things that you know at this time, or, the things that you're thinking in your life. And this is probably going to lead it to you changing the direction of your life, because the Knight of Cups is moving forward, Page of Wands is moving forward, and the Page of Wands is definitely a card of adventure. He is very enthusiastic about something as well. Really, with the Page of Wands, that's kind of like the only thing that he needs is enthusiasm. And even better, you have the Queen of Wands. She has a sunflower, and that sunflower points towards the sun. So the sunflower basically leads her to her happiness and her joy in life. So it looks to me like you're on some sort of journey. And yep, look, you have the World card here as well. You even have this card here that says there's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. Like, the whole entire reading is pretty straightforward, I would say, Libra. It's like you're on some sort of new path or new journey. Don't run away with the Knight of Swords for sure, especially if you're doing something new, or if you're experiencing something new. Sometimes I think when we're closest to like a finish line, that's when we kind of run away from it with the Knight of Swords. One of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, he always says in that book that when we are closest to our goal, that's when we experience the most resistance. And that's how I look at the Knight of Swords sometimes, is that we can be very close, but he's running towards the past in the spread, right? He's going in this direction is the past. This is the future going this way. And he is running away. This last row is meant to represent the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. But it is interesting that you have the Tower, the Five of Wands, and you have the Chaos and Conflict card. So again, it is going to be good no matter what. But I do feel like it's kind of like saying don't run away from things that you think might bring you chaos and conflict, and probably won't. I also want to show you this. We go Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Page of Cups here. So if you are looking for love, I feel like someone finds you very attractive. I mean, the Queen of Wands, yes, you're not a fire sign, but it doesn't matter. I feel that you could just be, it doesn't matter what gender you are either. I feel like someone finds you very attractive here, Libra. And, you could have like an admirer, so like what I'm trying to get at. So, definitely could be love. It could be a fire sign that's coming in for you. I mean, you have this Page of Wands right here. So I do feel that if there's love coming in for you, it could be like a very enthusiastic connection. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was you. And, it seems to me like you could be attracting a connection where there's like a very kind of like, childlike energy, or, very, like I said, very enthusiastic or something like that is what I'm getting. But again, I feel like the most important part of this reading is that you are on some sort of journey. I mean, you literally end with this fork in the road card. You have like every single path card that you could possibly ask for. Maybe minus, well, you don't have every single one. You don't have the Moon, which has a path on it, the Four of Wands, which is about crossing through a portal, or, I would also like to see the Lovers, but it doesn't matter. I feel like you have a lot of good stuff here. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a good card of love. Of course, could be a knight in shining armor, but bigger picture reading here, I don't necessarily think this is only about love. And the Knight of Cups, he's normally looking into that cup, and like he's dreaming of his future life, or he's dreaming of something that he wants to create, be, do, or have in his life. So it's kind of like, not really a card of manifestation, but he is imagining, his future as he wants it to be. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, of course, is a card of teamwork. Anything you can do to work together on a team right now is going to be super beneficial. I talk about this all the time. We have a lot of co-creative energy. Anything you can do to co-create with another person is just going to lead to a lot of success, a lot of abundance, a lot of good stuff. So I would definitely work on a team. I would also say that, like, don't be afraid of this right here, which would be expressing something into the world. You go Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is like the card of needing to be brave. Like, she needs to be brave, bold, assertive. She needs to do those things. And then you have the World. Three of Pentacles is like a card of showing your work. It can basically say that there's something that you need to show to the world. It could be work that you've done on yourself. It could be something that you have literally built or put together. So it's like there's something that needs to be expressed into the world. I feel like that's like part of your success here, Libra, or it will be, take it how it resonates. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Three Wands. What are you waiting for? Everybody gets this card. I don't know. I think it's just the energy, honestly. I mean, I always say that in 2020, I did an interview with Leo King, and, he was saying that, the energy right now is like a bunch of people are kind of like waiting in a movie theater to go see a movie, but they're like all standing in the lobby and they're not going in to watch the movie. It's like we're all waiting. It's almost like everybody's waiting for permission to do something, but there's only one person that can give you permission to do something. It's you. So don't be afraid to like make the change. With the Page of Wands, you have the Hangman here. I feel for some of you there could have been delays in a connection, especially if you want new love here. Kind of interesting here. It's like someone has maybe thought about moving towards you and then they don't, and then they haven't, and then they think they want to. So I don't know. I feel like there have been certain delays here. I am getting the word mixed signals, so I'm not sure if it's you or them that's putting up mixed signals, but you could be dealing with a person where there are mixed signals. But the interesting thing is I feel like you two are interested in each other. This is like maybe only for a few of you out there, Libra. If you are in this situation, I feel like you need to, it's like, well, you don't need to do anything, right? But what I would say is that if you want, like, I feel like the mixed signals need to stop because, it's like sometimes, I don't know, I think things happen and it creates confusion. So I feel like, I don't know, it's telling me you have to get out of the confusion if you are interested in specifically a fire sign. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of independent energy at this time. But really, the Nine of Pentacles has come up for almost everyone. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of focus. It's really a card of needing to focus on, one thing at a time. Needing to focus on, like, what's important. And I feel like you need to focus on putting something out into the world. It could literally make you wealthy. Like, if you're working on a project, a business, a piece of art, like, it could be anything. I feel like it needs to be put into the world. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this Dragonfly Spirit. It says, truth transcends illusion. You have this Turtle Spirit. It says, slow and steady wins the race. It has been slow. You have the Hangman there. So things have been moving slowly. And I feel like things are progressing. Things are moving forward. But I do feel the truth needs to come out in the sense that, again, if you're interested in a person, I would say, like, don't, I get this, like, weird story. Again, I'm just going to say it. I kind of said it earlier where it's almost like, I get the story of like a person like approaching you or you approaching them or talking, and it's like there's this mixed signal thing going on here, where it's like almost someone gets too nervous or something in the connection. I feel like if you could heal that, this could be a great connection if you're looking for love. For those of you that are looking for love that aren't in this situation, it's like love is coming back. I do feel like it has been a long wait, like waiting. And, with that truth transcends illusion card there, I feel like you've been waiting a lot. I feel like you've had a lot of frogs, not so many princes or princesses, right? Take it how it resonates. But, I feel like you've kissed a lot of frogs and it's like you're just waiting for something that really is better. And I do feel like there's something better. You have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. Here you go. This is a card of knowledge and wisdom, and you have that wisdom card, that owl spirit at the beginning of the reading. So there's something here about like a very mature person. If you're attracting love, definitely could be a very mature person that's coming in for you. They don't have to be older than you, as I always say with the King of Swords, but King of Swords usually just very mature, wise beyond their years is what I'm hearing. The other thing I'm getting here is that this might be like a job or a career. So if you've been again, you could have kissed a lot of frogs in the sense that you've had a lot of jobs or businesses or careers that just haven't gone anywhere. And like there's some sort of reality that you are seeing. Again, we go up to the tower here. Personally, I like the tower. I know everybody craps their pants when they see the tower, but, to me, the tower needs to happen. Those people have been ignoring reality for too long, and now they're being brought back down to reality. So, I feel for a lot of you, this could be, you could be seeing the reality of a situation. It's showing up in the good stuff, so it's going to be a good thing, but it could be leading to some sort of change. You have the Queen of Wands. It's like deep down inside, you know what you want to do. is what I would say here. I feel like a lot of people actually do know what they want to do, but they're just like afraid to say it, or they just, don't think that it's possible. I've been getting this energy a lot as well, where it's like, I think a lot of people say like, oh, I want to, work on, have a purpose in my life, but I don't know what I want to do. I'm like, well, you actually do know what you want to do, deep down inside, but you just don't know how to express it. I think that there's a lot of, BS that prevents people from expressing like what they're truly meant to do. Number one, like societal expectations, right? It's like, it's funny. I was watching this documentary once. I'll never forget it. It was about Tony Robbins, and it was on Netflix. And it's like he's going through the audience, and he's asking every single person like what do they want to do, when they grow up, even if they're like 40 years old, or what impact do they want to have on the world. And it's like every single one is like, oh, I want to solve world hunger. Like every single one said exactly the same thing. And it's like, okay, that's great. And I think he makes this point in the video. He's like, that's not really what you want to do. And it's like, everybody, it's like, I think those people, it's like they just say things that they feel like they're supposed to say, like, oh, I want to help homeless people or whatever. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that. Of course not. But it's not what you truly want to do. We have to be unapologetic in the things that we ask for. It's like, then when we truly become successful, then we can help the homeless people. Then we can help, solve world hunger and things like that. But we have to become successful first. And it's like most of these people, I think the point of that part of the video with Tony Robbins was most of these people are putting the wrong foot forward because they're not asking for something unapologetically. The Queen of Wands, she asks for something unapologetically. She doesn't care what anyone thinks. That's the whole point. And so I feel like there's something inside of you, Libra, that you need to ask for unapologetically. It could be like what you really want to do with your life or whatever. And again, you could be fearing like judgment or fearing that people will think you're stupid for what you want to do. But again, right now we have to do it anyway. You have the Ten of Wands. I feel like something has been too much work. It's like you're releasing some burdens, but I also feel like you're getting to a finish line here. He's about to reach this, now I can't get it off the table. He's about to reach his home in the background. And what he is carrying on his back is his harvest. He planted those wands in his field. So it's like he's about to have a harvest. It's a good card, the Ten of Wands. Let's see. He is burdened, but again, it's a good card because he's about to have a harvest. With the Ten of Wands, here you go. I literally said something about some sort of truth coming out, and you have the Ace of Swords. So it's like your truth. And we are in a time of truth. And again, multiple signs over the, past few months, I've been getting these messages of needing to reveal some sort of truth to the world, but it's like your truth, what you want to do, right? And we just talked all about this. It's going to lead to a victory if you do it. With the Queen of Wands, are you kidding? You have the King of Wands, definitely a divine counterpart coming in for you here. I would also be careful of X's at this time. We have Venus going retrograde towards the end of July, on July 22nd. Venus retrograde is similar to a Mercury retrograde. It can bring X's back. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. And so, again, if you could be like meeting a new person right now, and then we come to July, and the Knight of Swords could be like an X trying to ruin things. So again, I have been getting this message kind of collectively, so I would it definitely seems to be in the vibes, and so I would just be careful of past bozos ruining something that's like really, really good, right? And here you go. With the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. Definitely divine counterparts. Isn't it funny that I was basically saying there's a person who's attracted to you over here, but there's some sort of mixed communication. I do not like the King and Queen of Swords as divine counterparts. To me, they're my least favorite divine counterparts. They're not seeing eye to eye. King of Swords is facing forward. The Queen of Swords is facing towards the future, sideways, right? She has clarity. They both have clarity, but they're not facing each other, just in general. And I'm talking about on a traditional, rider weight. And so, but I don't know. It's like someone could be waking up to this connection. Could be you, Queen of Swords, right here. So we'll have to see where this goes. Next, in the area of the unexpected, I'm laughing because this card says, do not take action when there's a feeling of resistance. And I was talking about resistance at the beginning of the reading. You have this card that says, there's a path you're meant to be on, trust it. I do not agree with this card right here, the do not take action when you're feeling resistance. I feel like it depends on the type of resistance. It's like, if you're forcing yourself to do things that you really hate to do, then that is a certain type of resistance that you probably shouldn't, push through. Because if you hate to do it, your body is literally telling you, or your brain is telling you, don't do this, right? But if you're facing resistance because, you're afraid of what's going to happen, or There are other types of resistance as well. Again, in the War of Art, he talks about how when you start to become very successful, people in your life who are close to you, they can start creating resistance for you. I always tell a story. It's like I had a friend in high school. Every single time that he was about to move out of his house, his mother would magically, get sick. Right? It was very unhealthy because she did this multiple times. He was about to move out, he was getting ready, and then she would magically get sick because she didn't want to be alone. Right? And eventually he just had to move out and, not worry about what was going on with her. But it was very, very, that's very toxic and borderline creepy, right? If you're doing that to your child, but she was basically doing it on purpose. And, what I would say here is like, that's the type of resistance that we should push through. Like when other people are putting resistance on us, or, other people are projecting, or, again, sometimes when we're very close to a goal, we can experience the most resistance, but that's when we need to keep pushing. I feel like this is more talking about, the types of resistance where you really truly know that something isn't right. You have the World, the Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. The World is a card of accomplishment. Again, I feel like you're very close to some sort of accomplishment, and I literally feel this Knight of Swords right here is saying, this is resistance right here, literally, and the Knight of Swords is saying, don't run back to the past. The Knight of Swords is a card that can represent like turning around when you're very close to the world, very close to, some sort of goal, wish, or dream, or some sort of achievement. So I feel like it's really important that you push past the Knight of Swords. You also have the Page of Cups here. So I do feel there could be, new love coming in for you. It could be a little unexpected. Is it really unexpected? I say probably not, though. Especially if it's someone you're already interested in. I think obviously it's not unexpected. If it is a new person, I do feel that there, could be communication from a person here. They could be from a distance as well. And, again, that would be unexpected. It could be like a person, sliding into your DMs or whatever the case may be. And I would also say that here, that card says trust on this path, or it says there's a path you're meant to be on, trust it. The Page of Cups has that fish in the cup. That fish could represent like some sort of opportunity, something that he wants to accomplish. And so again, if you're working towards something, I feel like this is saying keep pushing. With the World, you have the Empress. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. Again, all this is more, it's kind of like more symbolism that you are very close to a goal. It's like, I feel some of you are very close, but maybe it feels like you're going down, but you're actually about to come back up. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. We were talking about this at the beginning of the reading. This is one of my path cards because the Four of Wands is a portal, and we have to cross through that portal to get to the other side to get what we want. So I feel for a lot of you, I definitely feel that like portal vibe, that portal energy going on here with the Four of Wands. Also could be marriage coming in for you. With the Page of Cups, you have the Three of Swords, some sort of separation going on in your life. So I feel that some of you, again, I would be careful of a past person. I would also make sure that you are healed from a past person, is kind of like what I'm getting here. I also feel that, we have the Tower of the Five of Wands. We have this Fork in the Road card as well. I do feel, again, let's just go here. This is the good stuff. You have a Fork in the Road card and this Chaos and Conflict card. What I was going to say is I feel like some of you, it's like, maybe you had to break up with a person that you didn't necessarily want to break up with because you're, going in two different directions in life. So I kind of feel that energy here where it's like sometimes I think maybe we're with the person and they're not a bad person or anything like that, but just, our paths are not in alignment. And that's kind of what I feel here is maybe some of you have experienced that. Again, this is coming up in the good stuff. So it's like a new path that you've been waiting for is coming in for you, or something you've been waiting for. And I feel like you're overcoming chaos and conflict. It's like you're coming into a period of clarity. You have the Tower. And again, this is showing up in the good stuff. These two people are falling back down to earth because they have been ignoring reality. And so the Tower is like a shock to the system, but for you, it's showing up in the good stuff, like I said, so it's going to be good no matter what. and I feel for a lot of you, it's like you could be just seeing things clearly for the first time. It's like you're coming out of chaos and you're seeing some things in your life that you've needed to see clearly. You have the Five of Wands here, so again, leaving behind chaos. It's also a card of knowledge. These people are using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. And I always say that to me, they are training. They're learning how to fight. So I feel like a lot of you have been through a learning period. And then you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles would represent kind of balance and balancing things out. So I do feel like you could be balancing something out in your life. And I feel you could be creating more balance. I also feel that there could be a lot of success coming in for you here with the Two of Pentacles. It's kind of like, I have some cards in the tarot that I consider clue cards, Two of Pentacles being one of them. And sometimes I feel the Two of Pentacles can be a clue for a settlement. So if you're like waiting for a settlement, like an insurance settlement, legal settlement or something like that, could be a settlement. With the Tower, you have the Sun. Yes, it's like the Sun is coming up after this horrible Tower. You're finally having a lot of happiness, joy, enlightenment. This could also be answers that are coming in for you. Like if you're not sure why you went through a Tower moment or why something had to end, it could almost be like closure. With the Five of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. Two aces in this reading. Love it. Since the beginning of the year, it's pretty weird. A lot of signs have had multiple aces, which you might say, oh, I use a lot of cards. This would happen all the time, but it doesn't. It's only been happening this year. So we are clearly in a time of new beginnings. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Death card. Yeah, things are changing for you. I do feel like your finances are changing significantly as well here, Libra. But pretty powerful reading. It's like you're on some sort of new path is what I would say. And I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of success. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this peacock. It says, beware of great pride. I feel like you need to be careful of people who are prideful. But other than that, I don't feel too bad about that. You have this dark man card. It says, dealings with relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. You have this mountain road. It says, you're on the road to success. Another path card. So I feel like you're on the road to success. There could be a man, woman, doesn't matter. I don't attach gender in these general readings. But there could be a dark person coming in for you. I almost feel like they're like a guide, someone who could really help you. You have the King of Swords here. King of Swords I look at as a person who can solve your problems very quickly. Like if he shows up in a positive position in a reading, he represents a mentor, but he can also represent an expert, like a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, like whatever problem you have in your life. He represents a person, it could be any gender, that can solve your problem. So, I feel like there could be but I almost feel there's like someone who's encouraging you. You have the Staff card. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yeah, we're entering into a time of chaos, and just is what it is. So, but I feel like you'll be fine. You have this dog barking. It says advice from a friend. There you go. Definitely could be a friend who's giving you like really good advice. And you also have this chair-filled card. It says someone new is entering into your life. No doubt about it. This could be like the one. It could be a person that you get married to. Four wands. You have the Sun and the Tower. The other thing I will say is with this energy here, the Sun, the Tower, the World, and the Empress, like if you're meeting a person, this could be a person who takes your life in a completely new direction. There could be a shakeup, but it could be a good shakeup, is what I'm getting here. So this looks pretty interesting. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.